Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's the end of the month, which means it's time for favourites. So let's go ahead and have a look at what I've been loving this month. It seems like a lot. It's actually not. It's not as much as you think. There's just two really big things that are completely dominating my desk. So I'm just going to move this off. I'm actually going to start with the biggest because I want to put it away. It's not the whole drawer. I do love the whole drawer. But I have finally completed my collection of Distress Ink minis. Now I have the oxides. The oxides come in the big size. That's because of the formula. They have to come in the big size. They don't come in the little size. But the inks do. They come in the little 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. And I decided to invest in these instead of the big ones. Two reasons. Number one, storage. It takes up too much room and I don't really want to get another. As much as I love my little cube things, I don't want to get another storage thing like I've got. And number two, the Distress Ink cube, like the little cubes do the same job as the big ones. There's just obviously less of it, but you can get the re-inkers and solve that problem. So I figured for the inks, it was absolutely fine just to get the small ones. I now have all of the ones that have been released. I do know there's a couple with the new colours that aren't out yet, but I'm just really happy to have these. And I actually find that I use the oxides and the inks in different ways. I love to give the inks a go with blending. They are a little harder, I find, than the oxides. But I love to put like an oxide background and then splatter some ink over the top because you do get a slightly more saturated colour and it doesn't go that kind of chalky finish. So I really love playing with the inks and the oxides at the same time. It's a really cool combination of things and I really love that I now have all of the colours so everything matches up. There's a big pile of stuff on the other one, so I'll wait till I get to the bottom of it. So this, if you look at it, you can see, well, it's a Planners Anonymous one. I did have all of my PA stuff, I'm just going to grab this down, in a little brag book like this. This is where I keep all my Copic Copic sub-box colouring stuff. I did have it all in here, and that was fine, except that all of my other stamp catalogues are now going into the other one. You've seen that one. So I decided I wanted to do the same thing for my PA ones. I can fit 2 on a page. I just have to stamp them out the same way they come, the same way I do my lawn fawn. It's actually a little bit easier for me. And then I can just put them all on here and I know they're in order, so I can go back and find them. But I can just sort of scroll through here, find the piece I want and keep going. I think it's really cool. And because I know they're in the right order, I did these ones front and back. Whereas lawn fawn, because I keep it all alphabetically, I kept them just on one and I didn't put anything on the back. But Planners Anonymous works differently, so that's all there. Same way I did my lawn fawn one, the same way I'm going to do all of my other stamps. I do have it on the list, I just need to get it done. Really love these little books, and yeah, just awesome way to catalogue your stamps. I have gone a little stamp crazy this month. These are my absolute favourites. Now I've done a couple of cards with these. One of them is for my very, very, very best friend, and I'm hoping you're not gonna see a picture of it because I'm not putting it up because I don't want to spoil it because I know she watches. So that's gone out to her and I was so proud of it. It will go up on my channel, on my Instagram, and on, I think, the Uniquely Creative. They might be able to repost it as well because it's using these gorgeous kits from them. This is the Under the Sea and the Sea Treasures. You guys know I love the ocean, it's my favourite thing. But this seal, this seal is amazing. This was just one quick card I made with the excess from the card I made for my best friend. It's using some texture paste back here and then just the seal who I coloured in. He's so cute. And then just a couple of little gemstones for some bubbles. This one's got a seal, it's got a couple of jellyfish, it's got a turtle, it's got a stingray. I love stingrays. They're so cool. So yeah, just absolutely adore these. I'm so glad that I got my hands on the mini kit when it came. I actually got the whole thing when it came out. It came with stencils, it came with laser cuts. The Uniquely Creative kits, if you haven't seen them, please go and check them out because they're so chock full of value. It's just not funny. And it'll give you things to push you out of your... Like, I never, ever, ever used to use stencils like I do now. And I think Uniquely Creative has a little bit to do with that because they keep including these little stencils in their kits that I want to use. I want to see if I can find a way to use that. And that's sort of where this texture paste is coming into it, which is why it's now one of my favourites as well. So these are the Ranger ones. This is the, I've got the matte, that's the Distress Texture Paste in matte. And these are the transparent ones in gloss and matte from Ranger. I just like playing with the different finishes, and I can't show you the card that I've done with the gloss because it's for a design team and it hasn't been released yet, but I love it so much, it's just not funny. You'll see it, I'll post it. But I just love adding something extra to your card and just a little bit of texture, and it's really hard to see, so I'm hoping when I do zooms you'll be able to get the idea. But I love, you can feel it. There's something really cool about having that texture on the back. So easy to add color to these. Like these are just, like it's just a whip. They're just white. And this one, like these two are transparent. So if you add color to them, they kind of get like a, it's not a full coverage kind of thing. You can kind of still see through them. This one goes a little bit more opaque. But you can add color with ink, you can add color with Copics, you can add color with watercolor. Like there's so many different ways to add color to these, and they're fun. They're fun to play with. In fact, hold on, where was the other one? This was the leftover from, I had leftover from the card that I made for the design team. I'll give you a teeny tiny little hint. But I had some left over, and I'll now use that for another card. And that was just with Distress ink. That was Distress Oxide, sorry, that was with Mustard Seed. While we're talking about uniquely creative, I probably invested a little bit too much into the Lawn Fawn stitched rectangles. No, I didn't. I didn't invest too much because I only bought the stitched rectangles in the 2 sizes. The problem, it's not even a problem, the thing that kind of annoys me, I guess, with those is that they are the American sizes. So they're great if you're lining it up with all the other Lawn Fawn stuff. But if you're trying to use it for an Australian card base, the squares kind of don't line up. That's why I love these uniquely creative ones, because these are the Australian sizes. They are Australian size card fronts in the stitch rectangles. So awesome. I love too that they have the scalloped ones that do the same thing. So I've now got stitched and scalloped in squares, in circles. These are brand new, they've just come out and they're absolutely fantastic. They've also got slimline rectangles, they've got squares. So cool. I love having the stitched and the scalloped of all the different shapes. They're just so much fun. Last thing with stamps, one's a stencil obviously, one's a stamp. These are the Paper Rose Studio Lots of Leaves. Now I think I showed you guys this. I have a feeling I filmed a little unboxing on Instagram, but it didn't stay, it disappeared. So unless you caught it live, you may not have seen it, but these are the Lots of Leaves. I love that they come with the matching dies, so they're going to cut these out. I'm going to show you. I've got this little pile of leaves on my desk at the moment. I just wanted them in black and white. I didn't even care that I didn't want to colour them in. I can colour these in later if I want to. But I actually just have this big pile of leaves on my desk at the moment. They're just so dainty. They're just so, and they're so intricate, and just, I love them. I love them. They're so good to add to the backs, like just to add a little bit of foliage to the back of like anything floral. But they actually look really great on their own. And I made a card for a friend of mine using this as the background, and then just using a simple sentiment and a couple of leaves tucked in. Perfect card, and it's so simple. This one's the Lots of Leaves stencil, again from Paper Rose. Love that they go together. Paper Rose have knocked it out of the park with some of their, I think, with their leaf kind of ones in the last couple of months. Or at least one, I've found them in the last couple of months. I'm sure that they're actually older than that. But there's some really good ones too that go with my wreath builder, which I think, did I show you it last month? I can't remember. Oh, sorry, I've just remembered one other stamp that I need to show you guys. And I'm really disappointed that I've actually already given away all the cards that I made with this. This is the Darkroom Door Butterflies background stamp. I was in a whole stamping mood the other week. All I wanted to do was sit here and stamp. So I chucked on a TV show and I just stamped. I stamped out this stamp in every single one of my colours of Distress Oxide, and I made, 72 or whatever there is amount of ink cards that were exactly the same, except they were all different colours. And I made them thank you cards, and I gave them to my daycare centre to give out to each other because they're going through some crap at the moment and I don't think it's fair. But that's all it was. It was this background in different colours. There was no even blending or mixing of colours or anything. It was just this stamp. So good. I cannot stress how much fun the Darkroom Door background stamps are. They make making cards so simple, and I just love them. Okay, last couple. This one I know has made an appearance before. I mentioned it in my weekly decoration last week, which is why I had to put it in today, because I said the word favourite, which meant it kind of had to pop up. This is my Uniball Air Micro Pen. It doesn't smudge, it works on everything, it doesn't bleed through. I don't think it works on my plastics. Let's just check. I don't think it works on my plastic ones. I think it will smudge on there. Yeah, it will. But it'll work on everything else. And I just love it. It's such a great pen. It's just so easy to write with. It's so soft. It's so buttery. Just love it. Absolutely love it. Have bought a second one because I loved it so much. All right, this is the last one. Last one. I have been looking for a way to store my beads and sequins and bits and pieces for a little while. They used to live in these things, which is, these are fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, these are fantastic. But they do take up a lot of room, and they also kind of, you don't need this much. And they sort of roll around, and they just didn't quite do what I wanted them to do. This is the Elizabeth Ward 82-piece bead storage system. I bought this from Over the Rainbow here in Melbourne. You can get it on Amazon, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's very expensive on Amazon. I will link it down below to where I got it because the price is schmigo. And it comes with the little tray, and it comes with these teeny tiny little storage containers, and they fit in the little beads, and it's just, I love sequins. I just love that you can take them with you. So like if I was going to a crafty weekend, or you know, when we can actually ever do that again, and I know I'm going to be making stuff and be taking this one, and this one, I can just take those three and not have to worry about taking everything. It's just so much easier, so much more compact. And this is my entire drawer. This took up a whole drawer before in these, and now this takes up a quarter of a drawer because it's just so much easier. I love it. I even have some of my little paper sequins that paper shaker bits that I've cut out. I am going to show you one more thing that I wasn't going to. These are the clear gems. I think that's what they're called, from Paper Rose. They are stunning. These are the little ones that went on the front of that seal card. Love these. They came in such a big pack though that I had to split them over two. But if you are looking for clear gemstones, they are the ones that you need to have. Most things I found fit in one container. If they had to go into two, I don't find that as to be too horrible because obviously I've still got so much left over. But yeah, this bead storage, genius, absolutely genius, love it. All right, that's everything I have been loving in, what month are we in? September. We're in September. It feels like a lot. I actually feel like this month I got a bit done. I got a bit of crafty time, which has been really nice. I had a couple of days off here and there, which made it really nice. It wasn't so stressful. So I have had some time to play, which always makes life a bit easier. So I'm very happy with everything I have been loving this month. Please let me know what you've been loving, and please let me know if there's anything here that you want to see more of on my channel. I've said it before, most of the time my favorites are made up of stuff that you don't necessarily see. So I don't like to include things that have videos that go with them, because obviously you can go and check those out. But things that I use off camera will often make appearances in these videos. So I hope that you like that. But if you want to see things that are in here, please let me know, and I will definitely do that as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and be subscribed to my channel so you don't miss anything from me. You can also follow me over on my socials. I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles!